What are ES6 classes in JavaScript object data types? Imagine building a house from a blueprint. You use the blueprint to create many houses that look similar but have their own unique features. In JavaScript, ES6 classes act like that blueprint. They are a way to define how objects should look and behave. These classes were added in ECMAScript 2015, also called ES6, to make writing object-oriented code easier and clearer. Before classes, JavaScript used constructor functions and prototype properties to create objects. But with classes, you can write cleaner code that looks more like traditional object-oriented languages. A class starts with the keyword class followed by a name, usually capitalized. Inside, you define a special method called constructor. This method runs automatically when you create a new object from the class. It sets up the initial data for that object, like setting properties. For example, if you want to create a class for a car, you write class car. Inside, you add a constructor that takes parameters like name and year. When you create a new car object, you use the new keyword, like const my car is equal to new car, Ford, 2014. The constructor runs and assigns the name and year to the new object. Classes can also have methods, which are functions that define what the object can do. You write these methods directly inside the class, outside the constructor. For example, you might add a method called present that returns a string about the car. When you call myCarPresent, it runs that method and gives you the message. Another feature of classes is private fields and methods, which start with a. These are hidden from outside code, helping protect data inside the object. This makes your objects more secure and less prone to accidental changes. ES6 classes are built on JavaScript's prototype system, but offer a simpler way to organize code. They support inheritance with the extends keyword, letting you create a new class based on an existing one. This is useful for reusing code and creating more complex object structures. In the world of JavaScript core concepts, especially object data types, classes give you a clear way to define objects with properties and behaviors. They make your code easier to read and maintain. You can use classes to model real-world things like users, products, or components in a web app. They help organize your code into reusable pieces, making development faster and more efficient. To sum up, ES6 classes are templates for creating objects that bundle data and functions together. They were introduced to make object-oriented programming in JavaScript more straightforward and consistent. Learning how to use classes is key to mastering JavaScript's object data types and writing better, cleaner code for web development.